Do you know the dark side of the fabulous Moolah?
She was a human trafficker or some shit, right?
I don't know why I'm laughing.
It's pretty funny. The fabulous Moolah.
because I came in later, so I only knew her and Mae Young, fucking Mark Henry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I only had those old. I just knew they were older wrestlers, and now they're like these old ladies. And let's do a bunch of jokes.
She was pimping out Mae Young, Mark Henry.
Well, yeah, the idea was she was a female booker and as well as a wrestler, and she would send her, and it started her and her husband at the time, this guy named Buddy Lee, or boyfriend. They would book girls, but then also when they would be in that territory, it would be highly suggested forced pills to also sleep with the promoters. So it's like the promoters get the money of doing a show. And then it's like, at the time, reference wise, it's like they get to sleep with Trish Stratus and everything like that, right? And I found out about this because they basically, the reason it all also really started coming out, and they even have this documentary, is because WWE tried to do a tribute to the fabulous Moolah by every year having a battle royale with all the women in wrestling, and it was called the Fabulous Moolah Classic.
Okay.
And then a bunch of women came out, or people who knew the story, so just online trolls or whatever, they came out and they said, fuck that, she's a human trafficker.
Right.
And dedicated to her. And then it started a whole thing. And then I watched this documentary and everything. The part they don't mention is that WWE, they had scrapped her name from it. The second all that came out, they took it away. And who did they replace it with? It is now the Mae Young Classic. Mae Young comes up on top again.
I mean, Mae Young was so gross. Like, she was just so creepy. Like, and then she would still take like slams or whatever here.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
I know. She legitimately looked like a grandmother, and you're watching a grandmother taking bumps.
Right. I don't know. At some point, like Ric Flair, even him.
Oh, he's a grandmother taking bumps. Like,
I can't. I can't stand watching him wrestle.
I can't stand old Ric Flair. I can't. I get it and all. I get it. He's still like a draw. Like, fans think it's fun to still hear him talk and stuff. But here's the thing. Ric Flair, young Ric Flair, yelling woo and talking about the stuff he does. Great. When I started seeing old Ric Flair doing the woo, it no longer looks like he's hyped up, and it looks like he's having an old man fit.
Yeah.
Like, it looked sad. Like he's like
he's
your
trying
grandfather.
To do he's trying to do the catchphrases. Oh, kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing.
Yeah.
And everybody's just like, oh, it's just a creepy old man who's stuck in in the 80s. Yeah, exactly.
And the Ric Flair strut no longer looks like a strut where, it looks like an old man struggling to walk properly.
Yeah, it fucking does. I mean, the only things right now, like, he should be saying woo to, like, instead of like beautiful women, or how like tough he is, or how he's the dirtiest player in the game, is like, okay, Mr. Flair, time for your pudding. Woo! Like, just old man, like, woo! Time for your medication. Woo! Like, just that's the only thing. Exactly.